Okay, this is another question. How many hours does it take to reduce 3 moles of Fe3 plus to Fe2 plus with 2 ampere of current? Here you have to find out the time required, how much that you have to find it, and you have to reduce 3 moles of Fe2 3 plus to Fe2 plus. Current is given 2 ampere. First time I will write the equation. 3 moles of Fe3 plus is converted to Fe2 plus. Here it is 3 moles given, that's why I put 3. Here the charge is 3 plus, here the charge is 2 plus, that's why 1 mole electron required. But since 3 moles iron given, so total number of electron required 3 moles. So that is why, since 3 moles electron is required, so the amount of charge will be 3 Faraday, I mean 3 into 96500 coulomb. This is the amount of electricity required to do this reduction, as we have already done. Now you have to find out the time. As we know, current charge is equal I into T, I mean current into time. So the charge is given 3 into 96500 coulomb. This is equal I given 2 ampere in question. Then you can find out the time required for this reduction. Therefore, T is equal 3 into 96500 coulomb divided by 2. When you do the calculation, you will get the time in terms of second. So you will get the answer 144750. This type of second you will get. But here the question asks in terms of hours. So you have to find out the time in terms of hour. That's why you do one thing. Just you do 144750 divided by 60 into 60. Then it will goes to hours. And when you calculate this, then you will get 40.2 hours. So like this way you can find out the time required to do this reduction. 3 moles of Fe3 plus you have to convert to 3 moles of Fe2 plus. So like this way you can find out the amount of electricity, you can find out the time required, everything you can determine by applying the Faraday's law. Thank you. This is another question. 3 electrolytic cell A, B and C containing electrolytes zinc sulfate, silver nitrate and copper sulfate respectively are connected in series. A current of 1.5 ampere was passed through them until 1.45 gram of silver were deposited at the cathode of cell B. How long did the current flow? What weight of copper and zinc were deposited? Here atomic mass of copper is given, zinc is given, silver is given. So now here there are 3 cells A, B and C and they are connected in series. Since they are connected in series, that's why you have to apply the Faraday's second law. So the first cell contains zinc sulfate solution, second cell contains silver nitrate solution and the third cell contains copper sulfate solution. So in the cell A, zinc will deposit, in the cell B, silver will deposit and the cell C, copper will deposit. The amount of silver deposit is given 1.45 gram. This is given. You have to find out how much zinc will deposit and how much copper will deposit at the cell A and C respectively. And how long did the current flow? I mean, you have to find out the time also. Actually, this book is from your textbook exercise. So you can write the question from your exercise also. So how to do this question answer? To do this, here first time we will find out how much electricity we have passed. Here only current is given 1.5 ampere, electricity is not given, so we will find out the amount of charge. So how to find out? Here how much gram of 1.45 gram of silver is deposited at the cathode? We know at equivalent mass of silver is 108 gram because atomic mass of silver is 108 and the valency of silver is 1. Ultimately you will get 108 gram. I mean equivalent mass, atomic mass both are same for silver since it is monovalent. So to deposit 108 gram of silver, I mean equivalent mass of silver, charge required, you know, 96500 coulomb. As you have got, if you pass 1 Faraday of electricity, always equivalent mass is deposit. So 102 deposit 108 gram of silver, charge required 96500 coulomb. Now How much we have deposit? Only 1.45. Therefore 1.45 gram of silver to deposit 1.45 gram of silver charge required. It will be equal to 96500 divided by 108 multiplied by 1.45. This much coulomb of charge is required. So when you calculate it, then you will get 1295.3 coulomb of charge. I mean this much amount of charge is required. It will be 0.6 1295.6 coulomb of charge is required. So you have got the charge, how much charge you have applied. As you know, Q is equal I into T. Q you have got 1295.6 coulomb. I is given how much ampere? 1.5 ampere. So you can find out the time. Therefore time will be 1295.6 divided by 1.5. Unit you will get in second. So you will get 863.6 second. So this is the time required to do this, to deposit 1.45 gram of silver. So how long did the current flow? We have find out the time. The time required to deposit 1.45 gram of silver is 863.6 seconds. So this is one of the answer, time. Now I'll find out what weight of copper and silver were deposit. To do this, we will apply the second law of Faraday. As you have got weight of silver divided by weight of copper, this is equal equivalent mass of silver divided by equivalent mass of copper. You can apply this formula, already you have got in the second law. Weight of silver it is given 1.45 in question, it is given deposit amount is 1.45. Weight of copper you have to find out. Equivalent mass of silver 108, equivalent mass of copper is 31.75. Therefore weight of copper you will get, weight of copper is equal 1.45 into 31.75 divided by 108. You will get the amount of copper deposit. So this is for copper. Similarly you can apply for zinc also. Weight of silver divided by weight of zinc, this is equal equivalent mass of silver divided by equivalent mass of zinc. So weight of silver 1.45, weight of zinc you have to find out, equivalent mass of silver 108 and zinc is 32.75. So when you do weight of zinc you will get 1.45 into 32.75 divided by 108. This much gram of zinc you will get. So like this way, if the mass of one substance is given, you can find out the mass of another substances also by applying the Faraday's second law if they are connected in series. So like this way you can find out the weight of copper, weight of zinc will deposit. Thank you.